Amazon's rigorous remote work policy for disabled employees sparks a backlash. Sophisticated cyber threats target online holiday shoppers. And an AI grandmother wastes scammers' time with rambling conversations. Welcome to Hashtag Trending. I'm your host, Jim Love. Let's get into it. One of the side benefits of the pandemic was that it created, for maybe the first time, a level playing field for disabled workers. It resulted in the highest percentage of employment for people with disabilities since tracking began by the Bureau of Labor Statistics in 2008. 22.5% of those with disabilities were employed. Working from home was a huge benefit to people with a range of disabilities, not just mobility or sight-related, but other things that we don't often think about, like chronic allergies or anxiety disorders. Now, critics say that Amazon's new policy for remote work accommodations might be the start of undoing that progress. Amazon is the second largest private employer in the US, and what it does can have a big impact. Amazon's new process is drawing criticism for its complexity and perceived rigidity. Disabled employees seeking permission to work from home now face a multi-level leader review process, including consultations with Amazon's disability team and, in some cases, month-long in-office trials. The policy aligns with Amazon's company-wide requirement for employees to return to the office 5 days a week by January, a move CEO Andy Jassy says is intended to strengthen the company's culture. However, employees have voiced concerns that the process is overly complex and invasive, with some expressing fears that the hurdles are designed simply to discourage approvals. Affected employees report prolonged wait times, redundant documentation requests, and probing questions from so-called accommodation consultants, such as how they navigate their disability outside of work. Disability advocates caution that Amazon's stance could influence other major employers and potentially erode progress made during the pandemic towards accessible remote work options. Ariel Sims, CEO of Disability Belongs, noted that it sets a dangerous precedent with other employers, as complex processes might drive some workers to leave rather than endure lengthy or embarrassing accommodation procedures. Although this is a gray area in terms of legislation, employees could file discrimination complaints in the U.S. with the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, which could require Amazon to justify that in-person presence is essential for white-collar roles. Given how effective remote work has been, this might be difficult to prove. As the holiday shopping season ramps up, cybercriminals are getting creative with new methods to lure online shoppers into scams. A recent report by B4AI sheds light on the latest tactics targeting the retail sector, analyzing roughly 6,000 new retail-related domains registered in the recent months. It's a sneak peek into how these cyber threats are evolving, just as online shopping traffic is expected to surge. Some of the key findings from the report. Under the heading Brand Spoofing and Domain Manipulation, nearly 4,000 of the domains used recognizable names like Walmart and Amazon, often paired with terms like deal or shop. Leveraging cheap, familiar domains like .com or .shop, scammers create URLs that are deceptively similar to legitimate retail sites. There were fake apps disguised as popular retail platforms. Among 185 confirmed malicious sites, many linked to fake apps imitating Amazon and Flipkart. These apps, often hosted on unofficial sites, steal credentials and credit card information once they're installed. There were fraudulent sites advertising major sale events. Over 1,500 sites echoed seasonal promotions such as biggest sale of the year themes, mimicking trusted brands to prompt shoppers to enter sensitive information on cloned payment pages. Some fraudulent sites now feature chatbots to simulate live support, guiding users to phishing links and further enhancing the illusion of legitimacy. Cryptocurrency is making a comeback not only on its price, but also in scams. Cyber criminals are taking advantage of a growing interest in crypto payments by encouraging users to link their wallets on fake retail sites, ultimately draining funds in untraceable transactions. There were also investment scams masquerading as retail offers. These use trusted brands as a front for investment schemes. Victims are lured via apps like WhatsApp. They're convinced to invest, offered to participate in group chats where their investments are discussed, but later find themselves locked out of those group chats once the funds are transferred. The Before AI report captures how these scams are rapidly evolving to meet the moment, especially as the holiday shopping season drives more people online. The report is a valuable insight into what shoppers should expect in the coming months. For a deeper dive, check out the report linked in the show notes. Many of you will have seen the humorous videos from YouTube showing people who are engaging phone scammers in long and arduous chats only to lead nowhere. Some of them are actually hacking them back. But of course, these individuals, while providing great entertainment, can only frustrate a small number of the thousands of people who are engaged in this nefarious process. But the UK's largest mobile network, O2, has brought AI and automation to bear to catch a wider group of phone scammers. They've introduced an AI tool named Daisy, designed to trick phone scammers by posing as a talkative grandmother. Daisy, or DALSY, engages fraudsters in lengthy conversations that lead nowhere, imitating an elderly persona that scammers often target. Using a character personality layer, Daisy responds in real time, often rambling and misdirecting the conversation to frustrate the scammers. Created with the assistance of popular scam baiter Jim Browning, Daisy is skilled at convincing fraudsters it's a real person. In some instances, it has kept scammers on the line for up to 40 minutes, reading out fake bank details and names to waste their time. Daisy operates 24/7, interacting with callers, ensuring scammers spend less time reaching real victims. Murray McKenzie, Director of Fraud at Virgin Media O2, emphasizes the broader effort to combat scams, stating, "Daisy is a reminder that no matter how persuasive somebody on the other end of the phone may be, they aren't always who you think they are." Interestingly, while Daisy fights scam calls, similar AI technologies are being exploited by scammers to impersonate relatives, underscoring the double-edged nature of conversational AI. And that's our show for today. You can reach me at editorial@technewsday.ca. I'm your host, Jim Love. Have a fabulous Friday.